I had a good childhood, actually. I didn't come from a bad background or anything. Was raised in the church. Had both my mom and my dad, so that's kind of rare these days. But had an older brother who taught me the hard way. I grew up with him, you know what I mean? So I think that might be a little bit of why I get down now. Started football when I was 9 and played until I finished high school. So that was my sport of choice, being a short, stocky dude. Played running back. I knew bigger, faster, stronger, So even after high school, I started college, I was in the weight room. No cardio, but I was just thick, you know what I mean? And I came out to Vegas at 22, and one of my cousins was already out here. He was working with a guy just on Saturdays. He's like, I know you like to work out, come hang out with us, learn some moves. It started off more as a self-defense and actually learning a little technique. Took my first little smoker over at Master Toddy's out here in Vegas, and dude was a good kickboxer. Right? He just leg kicked the shit out of me, and but he won a decision. I was trying to put the hands to him, but those leg kicks, I wasn't ready for all that. And woke up the next day, tried to put some weight, got out of my bed, tried to put some weight on my leg, and that's when I knew I was in a fight last night. But the feeling of competing, the feeling of being in a real fight, competitive fight, with another man, it was something that I was really interested in after that point, and so I've been running with it ever since. 2.5, 3 years ago, I got into MMA. It just became more real out here in Vegas. You're in the fight capital, in the MMA capital. UFC's out here, so everybody started transferring into MMA or accepting jiu-jitsu guys, and then we're working everything. And I just like to work in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, wait, I get to use little gloves? Now I remember when I first started actually really training MMA, I was in shape. I could go 10, 12 rounds of kickboxing easy. One round of grappling, one round of wrestling, I was done. I was like spent, cats are just smashing me, I can't get off my back. And I was like, yo, this is stupid. And I'm one of those guys that, like I said, you know what I mean, you want to come back better the next day. I got better at this grappling thing. I'm starting to appreciate that more, get a little more love for the full mixed martial arts aspect. But I think I'm more of a fighter, I got that fighter's heart, got that fighter spirit when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? And that keeps me going in fights, that keeps me going in training, because some days you don't want to show up. You get hurt one day, you don't want to come back tomorrow. You wake up like, man, what am I doing this for? But you show up, I just got a lot of support and love, and I think that's what helps me keep going also, you know what I mean? Like if your family's not supporting what you're doing, if your spouse or your girlfriend, whatever, they don't really like you coming home or being gone all day and all that stuff, it's hard, it makes it hard. I know guys that go through that, but I'm glad, I thank God that I got a support team and people who are looking out for me and just appreciate what I'm doing and are backing me up whatever decision I make, Like I said, just communication, spending time, man, and leading by example are the qualities that I have and the qualities that I like, and father, and that's one thing that I learned from my dad. Having my family, raising my son, being the provider, being a good dad, you know what I mean? Having a lovely wife. We've been married 8 years. We go back to the 8th grade, so I've known her since I was 13. I'm 29 years old, and we just have a great relationship, And then the whole spiritual aspect, being a follower of God, you know what I mean? Keeping that balance between your physical, your mental, and your spiritual life is key to me, and I think that's very important, and I think that's what I'm most proud of, I would say.